It's Monday, February 18th. Security agencies are preparing a dossier establishing the culpability of Pakistan in the Pulwama terror attack. This dossier will be given to the FATF, the Financial Action Task Force, an international terror financing watchdog. India will push for Pakistan's blacklisting, news agency PTI quoted officials as saying. The dossier will reportedly detail how Pakistani agencies are providing funds to the Jaish-e-Mohammad, the terror group responsible for Thursday's suicide bombing that killed 40 CRPF security men. What does the blacklisting of a country by the FATF mean in real terms? A blacklisted country is deemed non-cooperative in the global fight against money laundering and terrorist financing. If blacklisted, Pakistan may be downgraded by multilateral lenders like IMF, World Bank, ADB, EU, etc. The anti-terror finance watchdog had put Pakistan on the grey list in July last year. North Korea and Iran are in the FATF's blacklist. The details of the terror attacks carried out by the Jaish-e-Mohammad in the past will also be mentioned in the document. The United States on Friday asked Pakistan to freeze without delay the funds and other financial assets of UN Security Council designated terrorist networks and their leaders. A State Department spokesperson said Pakistan outlawed Jaish-e-Mohammad in 2002. However, the group still operates in Pakistan. The US designated Jaish-e-Mohammad a foreign terrorist organization in December 2001, and we fully support actions to prevent them from conducting future attacks. US National Security Advisor John Bolton, in a telephonic conversation with his Indian counterpart Ajit Doval, said the US supports India's right to self-defense. China, that has repeatedly blocked India's efforts to get the UNSC to designate Jaish-e-Mohammad chief Masood Azhar a global terrorist, made no mention of the terror group or Pakistan in its condolence message to India. Meanwhile, India revoked the most favoured nation status to Pakistan and raised customs duty on all goods imported from Pakistan to 200%. Pakistan's exports to India stood at approximately 3,482 crore in 2017-18. As India attempts to rally and leverage international opinion in favour of its proposal to designate Jaish-e-Mohammad founder Masood Azhar a global terrorist in the wake of the Pulwama attack, let's look at what's being described as the resurgence of the Jaish in the valley. The group formed in 2000 has gained a new salience in the valley. According to a confidential report prepared by the Jammu and Kashmir police in 2018 and viewed by Scroll, it is taking centre stage in Kashmir to give breathing space to groups such as Hizbul Mujahideen and the Lashkar-e-Toiba. Lashkar Chief Hafiz Saeed in particular has increasingly been under international scrutiny. Police officials in the valley say Jaish-e-Mohammad has around 50 recruits in Kashmir at present, with locals outnumbering foreigners. It has established a base largely in 4 districts of South Kashmir: Shopian, Kulgam, Anantnag and Pulwama. Despite the fact that over the past year, Jaish-e-Mohammad has lost a number of its regional commanders in gunfights with security forces, the group's networks seem to have survived. In all recent attacks in the valley, Jaish-e-Mohammad is a suspect. The November 2015 attack on an army camp in Tangdar, Jaish claimed responsibility. The siege on the Air Force base in Pathankot in 2016, the attack in Uri in 2016, the attack in Nagrota in November 2016. In December 2017, Jaish-e-Mohammad attacked a CRPF training camp in Lethpora, Pulwama. In February 2018, Jaish-e-Mohammad was held responsible for an attack on an army camp in Jammu. Masood Azhar, the founder of the Jaish-e-Mohammad, for the uninitiated, is the terrorist then External Affairs Minister Jaswant Singh accompanied on his way to freedom in Kandahar. The Indian government had to release Azhar and 2 other recruits to secure the lives of passengers held hostage on an Indian Airlines flight in December 1999. As it happened, the man who negotiated with the hijackers was none other than the current National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, then India's Intelligence Bureau Chief, who was also present on the tarmac in Kandahar when Azhar was exchanged in return for Indian passengers on board flight IC-814. Azhar went on to orchestrate the 2001 Parliament attack. The Times of India reports that Azhar gave instructions to his outfit members for the attack in Pulwama from the army base hospital in Rawalpindi, where he's being treated for a terminal illness for the last 4 months. The CRPF on Sunday issued an advisory saying, "It has been noticed that on social media some miscreants are trying to circulate fake pictures of body parts of our martyrs to invoke hatred while we stand united. Please do not circulate, share or like such photographs or posts and report such content." Following reports of threats to Kashmiri students, the Union Home Ministry on Saturday issued an advisory to all states and union territories to take necessary measures to ensure their safety. Some students in Haryana were reportedly threatened. A student from Shopia studying at the University in Haryana's Ambala told the Greater Kashmir that a fellow student was thrashed by a mob.
इनमें से 3 लड़के मुलाना में ऐसे रह रहे हैं जो बड़े आतंकवादियों के छोटे भाई हैं। और कल जब हमारे जवान कश्मीर में शहीद हुए थे तो कॉलेज के रूम्स में जाके इन लोगों ने पार्टी की और लड्डू बांटे।
In Dehradun, students claimed that 12 of them were beaten up by activists from the Bajrang Dal and the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Jammu and Kashmir Students' Organization's spokesperson Nasir Khwahami claimed they gave the students 24 hours to leave the state. Meanwhile, the Delhi police also looked to assure Kashmiris living in the capital of their safety. Starting today, the International Court of Justice will begin public hearings in the Kulbhushan Jadhav case at The Hague. Jadhav was sentenced to death by a Pakistan military court on charges of espionage and sabotage in April 2017, following which India moved the International Court of Justice. The ICJ stayed Jadhav's execution till such time that the appeal is heard and adjudicated upon. Last week, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ravish Kumar said, India will present its case before the court since the matter is sub judice. It will not be appropriate for me to state our position in public. Whatever we have to do, we'll do at the court. The closing arguments will take place on the 21st of February. All proceedings will be live streamed on UN Web TV. Union Minister for Transport KG Alphonse was forced to pull down a selfie with the body of one of the CRPF jawans killed in Pulwama attack from his Twitter account after several people commented on the picture calling it insensitive and disrespectful. The selfie was taken at the funeral of Jawan VV Vasantakumar in the soldiers' ancestral village in Kerala on Saturday night and posted around 9:30 p.m. After the deluge of criticism, it was pulled down but replaced by a Sunday morning post in which the minister attempted to defend his intentions. That's it for today. Meet us here tomorrow. Love your morning fix? Help support our journalism. Subscribe to Scroll Plus using the link in the description.